All right, and they are off. Getting a good old Christos-inspired text there. Were you expecting flute?
Those aren't bombs.
They're kind of blue like bombs. I know when I'm menu sometimes, I definitely go for either bombs or Mire when I'm trying to get to Mire, and I definitely wait. No. When I'm going to bomb, sometimes I hit the Mire and I Mire out. That's the life right there.
So we got a good crystal at Eastern. We got a green pendant at Desert.
Looks like Mageius is. He didn't have his timer start, but so he stopped for a moment.
Yo, we did get bombs for the weapon though.
Hey. So... Could you repeat the dungeons again?
We got a good crystal in Eastern, green pendant in Desert, and a crystal at Hera.
Okay, so yeah, good crystal being 5 or 6. So Leyra always opts to play with this Cactuar sprite. He's quite attached to it. His emote is even a Cactuar. I don't know if I've ever played as it. Have you?
I have not, but I've watched Patty play with Cactuar a lot.
Yeah.
He always looks distressed.
Yeah, agree. Nice.
All right, one bomb miss in the first blue guard room, but that's not too bad for Leyra. Let's see how Mageius does.
Yeah, I would say easily the hardest thing about bomb strats is just the timing of it all. And just the enemy manipulation, getting them to move where you need them to, you know, walk into the bomb.
Missing one bomb from Mageius as well, and taking 2 hearts of damage, but you got the job done.
They were using another extra bomb. And this can definitely be a little bit stressful with trying to move around quickly and also, you know, efficiently, because you can definitely blow yourself up. I think that even happened earlier today in a race where someone died in escape because they just, oh, and speak of the devil. There it is, poor Mageius.
That is unfortunate. Luckily, it's set up so that if you end up saving and quitting or dying or whatever, you get your bombs back, so you don't hard lock your seat without bombs.
I did not mean that to happen at all. I'm really sorry, Mageius. Good old commentator curse.
At least he doesn't have to kill this blue guard again.
This is true. That one's a tough one.
And last but not least, Leyra has to kill the tricky little key rat with a bomb.
Yeah, that one's definitely a pain in the butt. My problem is, like, I'm about 75% right with knowing which rat it is. Sometimes when I get the wrong rat, it's kind of stressful, you know?
Oh yeah, especially when you want to save one bomb for the 3 items in the back.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Mageius getting through the second blue guard room this time.
Hopefully he remembers to use pot strats here to preserve his bombs.
I think the only bad part about...
Oh no, he missed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh geez. Okay, so he's just gonna...
reloading
yeah.
the pots. The only bad part about bombs is not being able to farm very well.
Right.
Easy.
Leyra actually just nailing that. That was awesome. Nice map. Map strats are good for, you know, making sure you avoid rats.
He was just making sure he was in the right room. Alright, nothing too great, but he got a bottle. That'll let him wrap some more stuff up in Kakariko on the first trip.
Hopefully he's careful here. Or maybe we might need to use the red goo.
These guys do a quarter of a heart. I'm sure he'll be fine.
You know, these things add up, Andy. I look at that. Look, did you see that? Could have been like deadly.
Could have had rabies or something. Done a half a heart.
Yeah, I definitely think these rats have rabies. Are you kidding me? These are some crazy freaking monster rats.
They're pretty big. Like, comparatively to Link's size, they're like a quarter of his size.
Yeah, that's like
pretty gross.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you think about how tall Link is, I mean, that's like what, a good foot tall. Can you imagine running into a foot tall rat? I would actually just die on the spot. I just wouldn't be able to cope.
Ooh, nice green rupees from the tier 2 tree pole.
They're going ahead and opting to get that 20. I didn't even see where they got 3 hundo.
The uncle chest.
Word.
It's always nice to go into Kakariko with some cash.
No, nice glove.
Glove early is also always nice.
Mageius making his way. He's got 6 bombs still, so he should be fine here in the rat room coming out. Oh, and we missed that one, but hopefully we're successful here.
I have lost track of which rat it is. It's one of these two.
It's in the corner.
Least.
Yeah, he got it.
There it is.
Oh, look, the deadly
He's got
rats.
a quarter of a heart.
Dude,
any contact from a bat or a rat will kill him at this point.
Leyra got a sword and a heart container, a shield, and some more money. But hopefully he'll pick up these 2 pot hearts.
At least one. There we go. Hopefully, Leyra's got the flute out. Looks like he's gonna be activating that bad boy here.
It's
always a bad feel when you get the flute early and forget and then don't activate it. I've done that once or twice.
I don't believe it. Definitely a good call here, just going ahead and buying bombs and instead of trying to, you know, find them in one of these chests in Kakariko. I don't know, did he do well yet? I don't think I saw it.
He did not. He only had the 1 bomb left, so he did Blind's House hoping for bombs and didn't get any.
I think my favorite thing about the Cactuar sprite is the different male color just changing the little spiky things on its head. That's it.
It's not even a tunic at that point. It's more like hair dye.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. Who needs clothes when you're saving Hyrule?
Ooh, Mageius getting those hot bomb drops from the crab. That's always nice. Gonna get a look at the lumberjack item here.
Master Sword for Leyra.
And nothing but a lonely heart container up on that ledge.
But no, I thought he had already activated it, but I guess not.
He had not.
So with two, wait, hang on, let me look at the crystals and pendants again. So Eastern being just a pendant.
No.
No, it's a good crystal. Sorry, I'm misreading. With Desert being a pendant, it's possible we might not even see Boots this seed.
It's possible. Could also depend on the Mire and hookshot situation.
Very true. Yo, Flipper's in the library.
So we're probably getting boots.
So they're getting boots. So everything I just said, just, ignore that. That's cool. That's gotta be one of the best things about commentating, is immediately being proven wrong.
We're also just one lamp away from potentially going to kill Aghanim, so that's always fun. Who doesn't love a good old stroll up Aghanim's tower?
Yeah, it's definitely a walk. A nice long walk.
Yeah, the one good thing about the flippers being on the library shelf is that you're guaranteed not going to have to walk through Ice Palace or Swamp Palace.
Yeah, but what happens when Ice and Swamp are both pendants?
Then
Then do you need either sets of footwear?
Possibly.
That would be actually crazy.
The world may never know.
But I agree, doing Swamp with boots is way preferable.
Nothing too crazy in the mini Moldorm cave. We got a nice wavy coin.
Yeah, that helps out sometimes.
Can turn those nice dead rocks on Death Mountain into little bags of sand.
That's my favorite thing. They have like googly eyes. No, I can't
Maybe he's
remember.
gonna pick up his blue mail here.
Yeah. Did we see what was that sick kid?
I actually don't remember if Leyra went in there or not.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice hookshot.
Very nice. Just a big 28 sick kid.
Yeah. I was pretty sure Leyra did it, but I did not catch what it was.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I don't know if he did do it, but...
With Flute and Hook early, that gives you access to East Death Mountain at 14 minutes, which is pretty crazy.
That is amazing. I really like this. So Leyra going ahead and doing Old Man Cave in the dark. Gonna pull him out of this poor dark room that he's stuck in.
I don't know what kind of old man wanders into a cave without a lamp, but
Maybe his lamp broke, you know, and then the flame died, or he ran out of lighter fluid. I mean, you these
well,
situations
clearly
happen.
the thing that the uncle's about to give up is the only thing he brought with him.
Oh, it's just an extra heart. Well, you know, at least he was ready to have some. I don't know. Maybe he was just appreciative.
Maybe. Alright, getting a peek at a spectacle rock here. Ooh. Ooh.
Very nice.
Another heart.
I am
Let's
really
see
excited
if,
to see. Please continue.
Go on.
No. Please, what are you
Alright,
excited to see?
Lyra is already doing not what I wanted him to do, so go on.
Oh, you wanted to see him do.
I wanted to take a peep at that Dark World map.
Oh, but he will soon, won't he? No, he won't. He wasn't gonna go in the dark world. He doesn't have the mirror.
Yeah, and you save and quit to the mountain, and you're all the way at the bottom, ready to hookshot across.
Oh, see, why aren't we? We're all learning optimal strats here.
It's definitely not optimal, but it's a little bit of time lost for all that knowledge already. We also got a peep at the fire rod on Desert Ledge on Mageius' stream, so that's pretty hot info that he has and Lyra doesn't.
Yeah. I was mostly excited to see what's happening on this side of Death Mountain, but it's been a pretty good disappointment. Oh, except for that, you know. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna shut
Yeah?
up. Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm just gonna take a
Man,
sip.
that's real disappointing.
I'm
Some dirty gold gloves and a mirror. You think Caspar likes
Shut
looking at
up.
himself?
I'm just gonna sit here in silence for a minute and just collect my thoughts.
Just some cash on the Sky Island. So unless Moon Pearl is in here, Lyra will probably be opting to come back here later in the Dark World.
Right. This would be pretty dope though if he found this pearl right here so conveniently.
It looks like Mageius is opting to fake flipper.
Woo! And we going fast on
Those
layer
are
stream.
some boots. Remember when we were talking about not having boots this run? God, it was just like it was yesterday.
You know, I pretend like I know how to play this game, Andy. I never said I was an expert, and I feel like as commentators, we're constantly just the butt of jokes.
So Mageius here, fake flippering when Lyra's gonna be having that smooth sailing real flippers action.
You know, I feel like Pearl in this location would actually be where Mageius is right now, whether it's gonna be in the waterfall or over here by Zora. I mean, I think this is definitely a possibility.
Lyra
Or checkerboard.
Checkerboard is a possibility as well. Lyra here checking Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb, most likely.
Good choices.
Ooh, Lyra bonking on the bottom of those. Oh, and Lyra leaving that chest. He didn't want that one. I was gonna make a joke about Lyra losing some frames, but then he decided to leave the cave and change my train of thought entirely.
So Mageius just picked up the cape, which, you know, as we know, is not necessary for getting Dark World access, but hopefully that doesn't deter him too much.
Lyra gonna peep at this heart container. So I'm not sure why Mageius hasn't gone to Death Mountain yet, but we're getting a peek here at Sahasrahla and his goodies in the back room.
That sounds a little sketch. I mean, I'm into it, but it's a little sketch.
Yeah, I mean, he does got some goodies in the back room.
Okay. So, King's Tomb coming up here for Leyra, while this is all new intel, new locations for us, so this is gonna be good. Red shield. And another bottle from Mageius.
Blue potion's always nice to have, though. So I believe Mageius opted not to check Hobo during his Fate Flipper adventures, so we're gonna be seeing what this was. Well, Mageius going into Eastern without the bow or a lamp.
Yeah, I mean, it is technically what they call Sphere Zero, but it's I don't know. I feel like lately Eastern has not been paying off like it used to. I mean, I say that now, and I'm gonna be made into an idiot in approximately 35 seconds.
Hammer and
shut, please. Just don't even. Just let me have this. Let it be nothing.
Also, Leyra with his current items could get that fire rod if he knew that it was there.
Right. Dude, Mageius taking some balls to the face. I'm so sorry. He's getting hit pretty hard in Eastern.
This is why they pay us the big bucks.
No, I can't stop laughing. I'm so sorry. So anyway, on Leyra's side, the Moon Pearl was not in Waterfall, which would have been a nice place for it, but
Leyra gonna be spending 5 Hunskies on this cape, and then we'll see what he does next.
I'm really feeling that checkerboard cape right now.
I'm hoping for just a desert dip in general.
All right. Mageius about to... I think he only just got the one item so far.
Let's see how he handles these dark rooms. The enemies in these 2 dark rooms can make it a little tricky.
Yeah.
With how volatile the skeletons and the ropas can be.
Yeah, but they got blue mail.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Popo's in my world, but oh, sorry, they have blue mail and he has blue mail and also, I mean, a number of hearts. He has sword to guide him. Hopefully he'll be okay.
That looks like he made it through just fine. Excuse me.
And Dion emote one.
And Dion. Alright, so Leyra picking up that fire rod, so he will be able to finish this dungeon if he chooses. Ooh, there's the 3rd shield.
Yeah. Well,
Leyra opting to not get that bad boy.
Yeah. Is the fire rod hot? I mean, I think so.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't. That's like half the reason Link needs these golden gloves, is to use the fire rod.
The nice thing about Leyra entering desert on the left side here is that he can just mirror his lovely way out. Needs to. Which he does. Well, okay, see you, big chest. Right? He just skipped that, right? Like that just happened.
Yes. He's going to kill Landmola's, hoping that Landmo has the second item. That way he can opt to not open the big chest at all, because he already knows where one of the items are.
That's fair.
With Desert being a green pennant, I can see why he would choose to do that.
Mageius actually is opting to do the... Well, which dark room is this? Oh, this is the old man cave that he's doing. So he actually made it up to...
Yes, so he'll be quite happy with his decision.
Yes.
Unfortunately, no Moon Pearl in Eastern or something like that to make this trip.
Right. I hope... I mean, it would be really good if Leyra would, you know, I hope he remembers to do Checkerboard Cave while he's over here. Otherwise, he might just be going straight to Srahashala to see if he can get the Moon Pearl.
The item that Leyra probably wants to see the least right now is the lamp.
Right.
So there was that second item. So no big chest for him.
Good call. Nice gamble. Another interesting thing is that the Moon Pearl could also... Actually, take that back. I was gonna say, like, they could have gotten... He could have gone back and gotten powder, but he has no way of accessing powder without hammer, so that would have been actually really interesting to see.
We could be getting hammer from one of these next two locations, though, so it's still potentially on the table.
Oh no.
There's that lamp.
Wow, good job, Andy. Checking out...
You give them the reverse good luck, I give them the reverse bad luck.
I mean, I gave them a good bit of bad luck at the beginning there. Wait, reverse good luck? Wouldn't that be bad luck?
Yeah. No, you said, like, you know, this Death Mountain's been pretty boring. Oh, hey, look, here's all the stuff you've ever wanted.
Oh, okay. So here goes Leyra. Mageius making his way over to East Death Mountain.
Looks like Leyra coming up here to get that powder and take a peep into Hera.
Oh man. This is pretty interesting with having the mirror. Like, just suddenly make all these more other places, or all these other locations so, you know, possible for the Moon Pearl. I mean, it really is a bit of a problem. It's almost better to just not have the mirror for a while. So it really limits the locations for the Moon Pearl.
Let's see, I'm on the opposite end with, like, all of this stuff being forced early. It just gets that much more out of the way when the Moon Pearl opens everything else in the Dark World up for you.
That's true. So, just so we clarify here, that Swamp was a pendant as well as ice, and the other good crystal, I believe, was at Thieves.
Man, Swamp and Ice being the pendants. I feel like you might have called that.
I think I did with the flippers. Both pendants are the flipper locked ones. Yep. Exactly.
Bravo. Rando Whisperer Kelsey.
Yeah. Also, just, you know, calling all the reverse things. I'm just saying things and they're happening, okay? At least for Leyra, this is going to be a crystal. So, what happened to Mageius? Why is he making his way back over? He got his mirror. He got his boots, I assume. No, he did not get boots.
He fell at the bomb jump.
Oh no. He didn't do spiral, so he didn't get the boots.
He is maybe going to pick up his firearm. Looks like he's thinking a little bit right now. Leyra gonna tackle the worm boss.
Also known as
Easy peasy.
Moldor. And it's pretty done. 1 and done right there.
I didn't see what the first item was in this dungeon, so
I think it was an upgrade of some sort.
alright, so there's not too many options left. It's either Aghanim or Sahasrahla, I believe.
Yep, so he's making his way to Sahasrahla right now. Mageius seeing the riot shield on the top of the ledge there, because he did actually get the second shield somewhere.
Back at Sahasrahla's cave.
Oh, yep, which is where Leyra will probably get his right now. I'm actually curious to see if Leyra will actually do the eastern dip before going to Aghanim.
That is a good question.
Well, Cowboy doesn't have it.
So it looks like we are in a Aghanim required seed. Let's see what Leyra decides to do. I'm trying to think if I missed anything.
Yeah, between the two of them, I think we've seen just about everything.
We know
I guess
desert is or not desert. We know Eastern's a bust.
Yes.
Leyra did all the water stuff with his flippers. That could actually be pretty big with Mageius missing those boots. He doesn't have those flippers yet.
Yeah. So he might just think like, wow, then maybe if he looks at the Darkhold map, maybe he'll think, I don't even need to go into those dungeons, but hopefully. Yeah, so just to clarify, Mageius missed Spiral Cave because he fell at the bomb jump.
Leyra rocking the double boomerangs now.
Fire Shield was just, it's just a progressive shield on the Desert Palace torch.
Alright, Mageius getting ready to fight Land Molas, getting that green pendant. Unfortunately, will lead him to nothing, but
Never feels good when the pearl is on Pyramid.
doesn't even have to be on Pyramid.
That's true.
Could be like mushroom or book, bow maybe.
Yeah, they could find the hammer and it would be in Magic Bat.
That's a possibility as well. Leyra with a flawless big key trick.
D boost. Or D, it's like damage iframes thing. So I'm curious to see where Mageius will go next. He's thinking. Pending.
I think he's gonna go check that spiral cave. Not spiral cave. Checkerboard cave.
I knew what you're talking about. I think everybody knew. We just got Spiral Cave on the brain. Looks like Leyra is resigning himself to Aghanim, which is probably the right call here. Can't think of anything else that he could do.
I'm pretty sure he's exhausted all options. So with the Mire, there's actually 3 different ways you can get through the checkerboard ring.
Really? I always just go for the outer border.
You can go top border, bottom-ish border, and through the middle.
It is not in the logic for Super Bunny Cave to have the Moon Pearl.
That used to be in the logic back in, like, version... I don't know,
it was in the well, it was also in the minor glitches logic. So there used to be 3 types of logic that you could opt for in the randomizer generator, and one was like no major glitches, one was minor glitches, and the other one was obviously major glitches, before they simplified it to overworld glitches and no major glitches. And when it was minor glitches, it could be in Super Bunny Cave, or even the cave in the Mire area that you could use the Super Bunny glitch in.
Yeah, there was it might have been version 3 where there was some faulty logic that didn't get patched for a while, where Moon Pearl could be in that cave, even in no glitches. It was a fun time.
Leyra just flaming that pot. It's dead. It's really dead now.
Mageius making his way up Hera, which unfortunately also does not have too much for him.
Yeah, I mean, this seed has really been dragging them around and just making sure that they are very meticulous with where they check, but just ultimately not paying off for what they need.
Alright, how many blue balls, chat? Uh-oh.
I don't know, but Leyra's just being a freaking goofball and probably kicking himself for it right now.
So, normally, the max number of blue balls is 15, but Leyra missing that first guaranteed shot shoots his max number up a little bit.
Mageius taking a fall all the way down.
That is a bummer. It's a real bad feeling, but
Yeah.
he knew how to get out of there without using his Mire. Not knowing how to hit the switch from below, or from way above.
Right. Actually, that happened to me today.
Is real good.
Yeah, it happened to me today, and I forgot that initially that I needed to reset the camera so that the screen scrolls down a little bit. I don't know. That was a lot of blue balls, though. Did anyone happen to count?
I lost count of the first missed yellow shot, honestly.
Wow, all the judgment happening. And so Lyra's gonna see if the moon pearl is here on the side. There it is. Took a nice long look at it. So when he gets the moon pearl, he won't immediately turn into it. It's when he jumps down right now. To his regular sprite, I mean.
Picking up that item will give you, even if it's not the moon pearl, it'll give you super bunny state until you jump off a ledge again. But
bunny music forever, which is the best part about all this.
Yeah.
Lyra is opting to go into pod without the bow. If he doesn't get a small key here, he will immediately be forced to leave.
Or he could use that hot, trendy new potion glitch.
Oh yeah. Do tell us about it. Do tell it to us. Words. Tell us about it
to us, Andy. Okay. Well, he got a small key. Oh, he's gonna do it anyways.
Hey,
all right.
what up?
So essentially, in this long horizontal room, if you're walking left here, and you use a potion, it causes the camera to not lock itself. So if you very carefully transition through that bombable wall, the camera won't relock itself.
Be any potion, by the way.
Yes, any potion. And so Lyra's gonna barely nudge in here, the camera won't be locked, and he was not moving left when he used the potion. That is unfortunate.
Yep. He failed it, unfortunately.
I think
he has another potion.
He does.
Okay, so...
Alright, so here we go.
This should be... Nope.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So the screen was not locked upon entering, so if he scrolls all the mimics off screen, the game assumes they're dead. And the door opens. And thus we have Bolus
right side
pod.
Ooh.
Book. That is interesting.
You do not need to...
And tempered. That is spicy. So we know 2 places that the bow cannot be. And that's pretty much it.
Yep. Meanwhile, he's just going to check out the rest of the part that is in the logic. So Mageius finally getting his boots. Hallelujah.
There we go.
He went up the long way on the right side to go back all the way there. I bet he had a bad feeling that the moon pearl was there, but he saves and quit instead of using the flute, and let's see where he goes. Looks like he still has a few places in Light World that he has in mind. Ice Rod Cave? Nope. Oh, he's gonna be doing Waterfall Cave right now. Still fake flipping, because he doesn't have the flippers yet from the library.
Is he going into Ice Palace?
With no moon pearl.
This is an interesting play that you don't see too often.
What? So he's gonna kill himself to you say super.
So he's using a minor glitch called Bunny Revival. Going into a dungeon as a bunny without the moon pearl and dying brings you back as Link. So everything that Mageius is doing here is out of logic. But if this ends up paying off, Ice is a pendant that Lyra might not go to too early.
I wonder if he's I mean, he knows he can't find the pearl here, so I'm wondering what exactly is he looking for?
He might feel that he's behind with the boot fiasco that he just encountered.
Right.
So maybe he's just like, it's worth a shot. What's in chest number 1? A compass.
I don't think
At least
Lyra's found anything yet.
At least he has a hook shot, so he can check a couple more things.
I mean, I would say right now, well, what happened to Mageius?
So, another thing that happens without the Moon Pearl, if you get hit by a bunny ring, you don't actually turn back into Link.
Whoops.
So he could have died again to be Link again, but opts to save and quit out, which is probably the better play. Without Hammer, Ice Palace is
yeah, that was really
not
risky.
the greatest.
Yeah, I would have been very interested to see what he would have found in Ice Palace, honestly.
Real kicker is going to be like if later on in the run we have to go back into Ice Palace and find the hammer in there or something like that.
Exactly. And here is Lyra. Apparently he hadn't found anything. He did not find anything in Pod that was worthwhile, so he's moving on to overworld stuff. He has the hookshot and the flipper, so he can make his way over to. Well, he has mids. I'm just ignore me. We're fine. Everything's fine.
He's got all the items he needs to traverse anything, any which way.
Wow, Andy, you're so eloquent. Can you just do all the commentating for me?
Except he can't cross that nasty old hammer peg bridge.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what Mageius is gonna opt to do now. Looks like he's gonna go get them flippers, and then I'm guessing he'll be going to Hobo.
Probably Waterfall first.
Waterfall. Yeah, I like this routing from Lyra. He's knocking out all this really awkward overworld stuff with Catfish and Graveyard Ledge. He also has the cape, so he can knock out Bumper Ledge, and then he can go right into Skullwoods with his Fire Rod.
Having Mire doing Northern Hyrule is just like such a blessing. Bless this run.
Nothing in nothing in Graveyard Ledge, unfortunately. I'm guessing Bow up here on Bumper Ledge. Well, it starts with a B. So I'm like 50% right. Right?
So Mageius just did Hobo, didn't get anything. He'll be making his way to Waterfall. Lyra, having the Fire Rod, decides, yo, I'm gonna go do this dungeon up here. Also, I have the book in the mirror, so we might get a pedestal check afterwards.
That is quite a possibility. So, with Skullwoods being a crystal, already having the Fire Rod, some runners will opt to just go straight to Mothula, essentially, before checking this front half, just hoping that the items are all in the back.
That's actually a really pretty smart routing.
go. I love Moon Pearl on the Pyramus.
Do you have anything else? Also nice Leyra getting the cane in Skullwoods.
Did we get a medallion check for Mire?
No, I don't believe either of them got close enough to Mire to see what it was. Well, actually, I can't see the stream. Hang on. No, we don't know, actually.
Cool. Yeah, it didn't seem like either of them went close enough to it to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's that like murder dactyl chilling there, so I don't blame him. One check Turtle Rock, but missed it. Mageius making his way up to Aga, realizing the unfortunate location of the young girl. It was Quake!
Yo, thanks, Fishy.
Shout out to Fishy.
So Mire is completable by Leyra now as well.
Right.
Pretty decent.
Hammer location. Oh wait, Quake might have been in for Turtle Rock, is what they're saying.
Have either of them been on Darkwold Death Mountain yet?
No, you're right. So it's definitely gonna be Ms. Mire we're talking about.
Alright, Moth. So this is probably going to be one of the biggest benefits to Leyra's potion glitch in Palace Darkness is Tempered Sword Mothula.
Only 4 hits.
Along with, you know, the peace of mind that Palace of Darkness is fully cleared minus the boss, so he doesn't have to go back there except for a crystal.
Right. Moth cannot be hurt by the bow. Moth can only be hurt by sword, bee, and fire rod. Maybe ice rod.
No to Ice Rod, but yes to Cane Burna.
Oh, Burna. Oh yeah, because it does fighter sword damage. And fighter sword, it takes 16 hits. Master sword 8 hits, and both gold and tempered take 4 hits.
Gold Sword normally actually it does not damage Mothula in the normal game.
Okay, I was talking about randomizer because crazily enough, by the randomizer.
It didn't even let me finish.
Did you know that that's what we're playing right now, Andy? I just thought I would point that out. Also, Pedestal is dead.
Won't even finish my sentence.
Good. Are you okay, Andy?
No.
So Leyra didn't find anything in the Village of Outcasts. Mageius seems to be doing better on his Aghanim fight than Leyra.
Yeah, not missing that first guaranteed shot is it's got to be a boost of confidence for him.
He doesn't even know it.
Doesn't even know it, but it's a boost of confidence.
Jesus. Ah, yeah, it's one of my least favorite chests. Getting the freaking single arrow. That is just not a good feeling ever.
So Leyra opting to skip a quick Thieves Town dip for South Darkworld without the hammer first. Hoping
yeah, probably hoping to find that hammer. Don't blame him. the possibility of the hammer being needed is pretty good chance there. I don't actually know the number, but I'm sure we could find a nerd who knows. They're going back up. And
Mageius.
Oh, please go ahead.
Mageius finding his moon pearl.
Woo! And now he's gonna have great bunny music for as long as he is. Well, he died, so that wasn't very long. Damn. I'm sorry, Mageius. I'm so sorry. But at least you're gonna start right there where you were like 10 seconds ago, so it's okay.
Alright, so I'm hoping that Mageius is taking this moon pearl straight to East Death Mountain. I feel like that's the play. Looks like it's going back to the Mire area, checking out the Mire shed.
This is nice routing by Leyra. Honestly, I would have checked this area earlier as well, and we're finally getting the Mire check for Quake.
It is, in fact, Quake.
And he's going in! I like it. But no, he's not. He decided against it.
He has no magic.
Why do I commentate? Ah!
So the only issue with Leyra's routing here is he had to choose either between Magic Bats or South Dark Worlds.
Yeah.
So to get back to South Dark World, he's gonna have to go back into this Dark World portal up here and make all the way back down there. Ooh, remembering he has that blue potion. We're going in, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm ready for this play, Mageius. Let's see it.
Unfortunately for Mageius, the Cane of Samaria is not in there. So he will be double dipping this bad boy.
He's doing it. He's doing the Mire 2 strats. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready, Mageius. Let's see it. Oh, this is a little different. A little off script, but it's happening. Good. Okay, yeah, we didn't take damage. Let's go.
I'm still pretty surprised at both of these runners for not having made it back up to Dark World Death Mountain yet.
Yeah, I mean that would definitely be one of the first places I would go.
I'm a big endorser of the I want all the medallion info I need as soon as possible, so I know what I need to finish the game. So I will generally hightail it to Mire area and Dark World Death Mountain ASAP.
They're just such easy like chest locations to access. I mean, they're just right there waiting for you. This hype cave is honestly not that good. Yeah. You know, I didn't call it this time. See, if I had said something, oh, this is going to be a boring hype cave, there probably would have been like Bo there or something. So I'm glad I didn't say anything for once, you know. Mageius still haven't, you know, he just only got the small key in Mire. We haven't seen any action yet, I don't think.
We're getting a Bombos check from Leyra as well. Still looking for that hammer.
Yep.
Hammer, bow, ice rod,
Mageius
and
finding
potentially a medallion.
Yeah. Mageius finds a big 20, so that's one item in Mire.
How many more items are there, Kelsey?
There's only one more, I think, unless I missed the first one. No, that was actually the second one, but he just went down a hole. What is going on, dude?
I did not know that hole dropped you to the
Drop
lower
down
floor.
to the floor. Yeah, I thought that was like a death hole.
I can safely say that in my 6 years of playing Link to the Past, I have never dropped down that particular hole.
You know,
Even I learn new things about this game sometimes, and it's amazing when it happens.
you know, it actually, if you think about it, like, okay, think about in like Thieves Town, for example, like when you go downstairs, right, and then you pick up the big block, and then there's that room south, you know, and there's the big like jar looking thing where the fairies are inside. How do you get inside there? Like, there's got to be a hole, right? I've never found the hole, or I've never thought about where that hole would be. So it's actually a Godmire. What's happening here is that the big key is right there. What we call a Godmire. Godmire is when the big key is in the most accessible point possible on the bridge, and all you need is to get the small key on the pot, underneath the pot in the room to the right, and then you're just able to go to Vitreous from that point. Otherwise, you're just stuck looking for the big key for a long time. So Mageius apparently didn't find anything, and he is out.
If that second item was just a lowly bomb / arrow upgrade, I don't remember which one it was anymore. So Leyra, a little low on magic here.
He knows where to get it. So Mageius making his way up to Skullwoods, knowing that he can completely clear it, and it'll be basically the same thing we saw on Leyra's side, where there's just only the cane, the cane of Samaria in the chest right of the big key, or of the big chest, the right chest right of the big chest, and taken to death. But it's okay.
Probably wanted more health.
But yeah,
just kidding. He had a fairy in a bottle.
Yeah, he literally just caught a fairy. So I think that was just an unfortunate hit that he took there.
So Meiji is probably going to be kicking himself a little bit, finding the cane here shortly. But luckily, Mire's all done. He doesn't have to check anything else, so he will be able to hightail it to Vitreous once he gets that bow.
Does it have to be a bow to kill him?
It does not, but it makes things a lot easier.
Yeah. He could use a lot of sword spins.
Could also opt to use the cape and dash through all the eyeballs.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He does not have the tempered sword yet. As we know, just to repeat for our viewers, that tempered sword was found on the right side of Pod by Leyra.
Dirty little sequence breaker.
Oh, you're one to talk.
I've never sequence broken in my life.
Actual cheater, Andy. I'm just kidding. He's not really a cheater, guys. We all know this. And there's the cane for Mageius.
Thank God for powder.
No, for real though. Powder, I just don't understand, like, in NMG that you can actually do this speedrun without powder. Come on, Leyra.
Ooh, that was a little scary.
real scary. Now taking an awkward.
Oh
angle.
my goodness.
This is real stressful. I'm a little stressed. Come on, Leira, let's pull it off. Oh no! Oh no!
So he had a fairy in a bottle, so that's good.
Thank goodness.
This is why you never fight Vitreous with a sword from the bottom, because the hitbox is just the eye, and because it's supposed to try to look like it's bouncing in this top-down, like 2.5D-ish game. The hitbox actually doesn't move down statically, so it's a lot safer to just slash him side to side.
So Leira gets his crystal. Mageius is actually opting to check the chest below before going to Mothula. He gets the compass, and now he'll be taking on Mothula with the Master Sword, which will take a nice 8 hits if he might be able to combo it with the Fire Rod. We'll see. So I think Leira might be going to... Oh, Dark World Death Mountain, Andy, it's happening!
It's about time.
Agree.
Like 30 minutes too late, IMO.
Okay, we don't need your judgment, just that it's we're happy.
I'm judging.
Oh, okay, Andy.
But yes, it's happening. We're happy.
Mageius making his way to Mothula. Looks like he got an extra key, so he didn't have to kill the Gibdo. And hopefully maybe just making sure that he's got the Fire Rod out. And Leira here in Super Bunny Cave. Two hot
Big 40.
20s. Yeah, the big 40. Yo, Mageius using some spin strats. I don't know if I've ever seen this against Mothula.
Get that tempered sword damage in with the Master Sword. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
I don't usually do it after the first hit, because lots of stuff is going on.
Yeah. Whoa!
That
was super clutch, dude.
I don't even know.
That was awesome, dude. Dang. Big props to Mageius there. That was dope.
He tinked his sword against a spike, and that like lined him up on the perfect right pixel, but didn't actually take him any damage against the spikes on the wall. That was nuts.
That was awesome. Leira gets, unfortunately, nothing from Hookshot Cave, so he's going to be making his way to Spike Cave, but doesn't have a hammer, so that's not it. Oh, up to Ether.
What we did learn is that Turtle Rock needs Bombos.
Yes.
So we do, in fact, need 4 more items. So this is looking more and more like Hammer could be in Ice Palace.
Yeah, I really think it is there, which is going to be really unfortunate for Mageius for getting Bunny Beams in Ice Palace. He could have had a really early Hammer, if that is the case.
We still have the 4 items in Thieves Town. We have 1 potential chest in Swamp.
Yeah, that's everyone's favorite location for Hammer. Who's not a fan of good old first chest Swamp Hammer? It's happened to everyone, right? And if it hasn't yet, it will soon. Don't worry. And you will hate every bit of it. And here we are in Thieves Town. All the sync. He got that speed gaming syncy emote. Yo!
There it is.
Leyra actually beating Mageius to the hammer somehow. That was kind of crazy. I think Leyra was scared of Hammer being in Thieves Town all along.
I'm a little surprised Leyra didn't dip in here first time around, especially with the Mire.
It's same.
But, you know, I don't fault him for not coming in here early. It's usually a gut feeling for me whether I feel like checking the first floor or not.
I think I always check first floor, but I count items as I go, and if it's half items, then I leave, and if it's no items, then I keep going.
Small key location's also important.
Exactly.
With no small key in this front floor, I would almost 100% keep going because it's a 50-50 shot. It's in the big chest.
Exactly.
So if the Thieves Town small key is not in the first 4 chests, it cannot be a blind and it cannot be upstairs because that can lead to potential key locks. So the only 2 chests after those first 4 it can be in are blind cell chest and big chest. So it's a nice little fact to keep in mind.
Yeah, Leyra got the nice god pixel there. That was super satisfying to watch.
Alright, let's see. Everyone always hopes for the small key in the big chest.
Yeah, that's really, I actually really, you know, when that logic happened, I was like, you know, it's about time that it actually happened, because there's no reason why that shouldn't be a thing, you know?
Also, there it is.
Nice.
No big chests possible. It is an unaccessible chest.
And also, just remembering when this logic did come out, some people being like, well, the game's not 100% completable. And, well, that's okay. This is randomized. Mageius utilizing that fairy. And about to find just only the arrow upgrade that we just saw.
So, Leyra opting to start the blind fight with a rarely seen bomb. Don't see too many bombs used in the blind fight.
So what is the strategy there, Andy? Enlighten us.
I would not know.
Okay, good. So maybe that was a mistake, but maybe it's something we just don't know.
Rarely seen as in I may have never seen it before in my lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I would have maybe opted for some cane strats there, but you know, Leyra's just on his own wavelength right now. It's good. He's cruising.
Bombs do damage to blind. Blind definitely took 1 tick of damage with that initial bomb. But as for how to do that fight with bombs, I am not the person to ask. Someone needs to get Christos to make his Kaizomizer to a bomb blind fight.
I actually am disgusted by that thought. I just know.
I can dig it.
Please no. I really do want to ask Leyra later, like, so, tell us about the bombing of Blind. What happened? We'll see if he remembers.
Mageius pulling out the cane strats. We're seeing all sorts of blind strats.
That is what I like to see. Cane strats are super fun. Ooh, and he even releases the cane for that nice last hit. Good stuff.
So both runners not having too much trouble with blinds, and that's always a good feeling. So with the hammer now, Swamp. Swamp is a play. There are a couple other things open.
They were probably relieved. Anyone really relieved that the hammer's not here.
Yes, that's always... Hammer being here is always a treat, to put it nicely.
No, a treat is a positive thing. Please, just no.
No, it's not a treat. It's a treat.
No, I said treat.
I know. I just said...
I know.
I just had different inflections on it.
Okay. So where is that ice rod, and where is... What are we looking for? Bombos?
And the bow.
And the bow.
Yeah, Swamp is a good choice here. It's got 6 items. The most plentiful dungeon in this game. The hammer also opens up a couple over locations. Leyra already did Hammer Peg, but it also opens up Spike Cave.
Yes, it does. We have been avoiding Spike Cave as a location. Would be a nice spicy ice rod location. Mageius now going to finish up Mire. Sorry.
So Mageius took a wrong turn and tried to get out through the chain bridge, I suppose. And was unfortunately locked behind some blue pegs. Leyra successfully not drowning the key. That's always good. Yeah, Leyra snagging that Tempered Sword out of sequence is really helping out, because that, you know, so it'll definitely help him out on Argus if he ends up killing this boss. Help him out on Mothula, and it just helps him out in general movement. Alright, I'm a big fan of Team Left here. I know some people like to do Team Right because it's a little easier to get to.
For Swamp Palace?
Yes.
I disagree. Something about going left to right, like reading. It's just nice.
Pedestal was a big old bunch of couch cash. Yo, vanilla big key in Swamp.
Who doesn't like that?
So we'll see here if left side ended up being worth it or not. Ooh, Meiji is trying to catch that fairy, but getting butt boosted by the fire snake into the fairy.
Into the fairy, he's taking full damage, so he's going to be doing NMG strats here. Kind of with the Master Sword. And also using Cape, which is a very good idea. He takes out most of the eyes, which is good.
Also did 2 tempered sword slashes worth of damage to the big guy while he was shooting some lightning. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh no, oh no. What a terrible death. But we have a
He
fairy.
did have that fairy. Mageius putting that net to good use. You gotta be careful with once you get Vitreous down to 1 or 2 small eyes. Those guys come out quick.
This is a scary fight for Mageius.
He's taking it much safer than Leyra did. I believe it's 12 Master Sword hits. Might be 16. I don't remember off the top of my
Just
head.
regular hits or spins like Mageius was doing?
Be 16 Master spins. I don't remember. It might be 12. I don't remember.
So Leyra going ahead and taking down Arius.
Leyra getting that clean second phase quick kill on Argus for the half magic.
Half magic. And unfortunately a pendant. So I don't think Leyra found really anything useful in Swamp Palace.
Looks like he might have found the shovel.
Yeah, that's true. I think I missed that.
I did too.
Ice
Leyra might
Palace
be
is the play.
heading straight to Ice Palace.
Yep. Have we seen Bombos?
We have not.
He's had shovel for a while, according to the chat. But no
Okay,
dig
cool.
yet. We just have not
I don't
seen
think
the
so.
dig yet.
Alright, so we didn't see too much in Ice Palace from Mageius's early Moon Pearless dip in here. We always saw was the compass in the first chest.
Right.
Ooh, shovel was catfish.
Oh wow. This is just one of those seas that's looking like to be a full clear. So we've actually already seen this bit of Ice Palace with Mageius. He went for the bunny revival glitch early on the seed, but unfortunately got bunny beamed and was not able to regain his link state. So he had to save and quit, I think. So we'll be seeing a little more of Ice Palace here. Bo is here, that'll be quite interesting. But I wouldn't honestly be surprised if we find Turtle Rock's pendant here and Bo in Turtle Rock.
And then Ice Rod, obviously, behind Armos or
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, the double dip for Turtle Rock. I mean, that's what we want, right? We just want the worst possible things for these guys.
That's what
haven't,
commentators are for, right?
They haven't suffered enough. Like whatever. Just make it.
We're here to talk a little bit about what's going on and tell you what the worst possible scenario in any situation is.
Yep, that's us. We're here for the memes. There's one item.
All right, there's the first one. Alright, so Mageius over here in Village of Outcasts doing some stuff that Leyra has already done. Unfortunately, nothing too good came out of all this stuff.
I'm feeling a good item at Colts there.
Leyra tangoing with that anti-fairy a little bit.
Oh yeah? Do you know how to tango, Andy?
Unfortunately, I do not. But I'd assume that it would look something like that.
Do you? I know how to tango and it does not look like that, okay? Like, true story, do know how to tango. It does not look like that.
Alright, he was square dancing with the anti-fairy.
Oh, there you go. Hell yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well, but
I mean, why not,
I'll
like,
take it, I
you
guess.
know, like, it's definitely like, what is it called? The electric slide. Cupid shuffling with the anti-fairy. I like it.
That works too.
Because, you know, it could give you life. I like it. I like the slight symbolism there. The big
There's
key.
that big key.
Almost vanilla.
There's
Uh-oh.
that item number 2. Will this pendant dungeon also be completely fruitless?
Which is unreal.
And Carcat informing me that
Carcat?
Tango...
Yo, Carcat.
Hold on, let me finish. The Tango is just various Fantoon patterns.
Ow. What, can you believe this memer? Can you believe this guy memeing over 2 games? Like, I can't handle this. But you are right, Carcat. It is actually an 8-step dance. Oh, there it is! The bow! And he's out of here. That's his 3rd item. He said, heck this Ice Palace. We need to go clean up some other dungeons, namely Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness.
So lucky, I guess, lucky for us with the knowledge we have about how these 2 players have gone, that bow was hammer locked.
Yes, it was.
So Mageius did not lose out on anything by getting bunny beamed in Ice Palace. Alright, so nice thing about this is Leyra's gonna get to hit both of these crystal dungeons real quick with the Mire. Both are already full cleared.
Yeah, they're both full clear, and I will say, like, we all love a good House of Darkness to Eastern transition. I mean, that feels really good when you know you need to knock both of those crystals out of the way, but I can say it is not as good as Heritage GT. Heritage GT is just so much more rare and so much more satisfying.
Yeah, it's true. Heritage GT is pretty rare. So, still don't have Turtle Rock access. Still don't have the Ice Rod. There's a couple one-off overworld locations to check. I am 100% certain Armos has an item. And it looks like with that menu check that Helma also has an item.
Helma also has an item, and we're hoping that it is the Turtle Rock medallion. Also, Turtle Rock going to GT is, you know, it's standard, but it also feels nice.
Yeah, no items left in Ice Palace, and Leyra, knowing what's on pedestal, knows he doesn't need that last pendant, so he was out of there.
Yeah, Leyra's making a good time here, actually, at a 130, and only a couple of... Well, we've got these two dungeons that are currently in go mode, but unfortunately I'm still waiting for that Total Rock.
Luckily, with the way this seed played out early, there's not too much left for Leyra to check. So the options are becoming slim.
Right. And as we know...
Personally...
Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
I don't know what I was going to say other than something about Spike Cave, and I think we already saw it, so never mind.
We have not, I don't believe.
Oh, okay, I thought it was it.
I was going to say, personally, if I was Leyra, I want to find the Ice Rod before Bombos, 100%.
Sure.
So you don't want to take that, like, 6-2 gamble on the Ice Rod being in Turtle Rock. And
that is not a good feel. And it happens too often, it feels.
Leyra making quick work of Helma with the Tempered Sword.
I don't know what item that is.
That was the Butter Sword. It was a little hard to tell in all the explosions, but it was the Butter Sword.
I don't think I've ever had my vision obscured by the explosions before.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mageius is making his way through Swamp Palace. We'll see if he opts to go north and kill Argus before checking left side.
Yeah, I just cannot in good conscience ever do that. I always go left side.
So my general rule of thumb, with Mageius getting the map there, if I get a map or a compass in either of the first two chests, that guarantees an item on the left side, I'll go left. But
Exactly.
without either of those two, I will generally gamble north.
Right,
and
right.
I get the God Swamp and get all 6 items in the last 4 locations that are north.
I don't think that really ever happens. I wonder what the odds are of that, of all 6 items being in the main hub and also in the back.
It's pretty low, but it's happened to me a couple times. It always feels great.
I feel like I've definitely had it happen to me at least once, and I was like, why did I come over here again? Why was I not counting my items? Everybody in the chat, please always count your items. Always, if you are playing, just good old randomizer standard open whatever.
Yo, I love random standomizers, dude.
Andrew. Okay, basically not key sanity is all I'm trying to say here. You should always count your items. Always.
Yes, always count items. There's those silvers. So
AG? Almost ALG.
Almost. So 2 items that are nice to have, but not really what Leyra was looking for from those 2 bosses. So Spike Cave is coming up, I'd assume. Oh, looks like we're getting that shovel check first.
Yo, I like it.
Yes, Pyramid Fairy is also an option now.
It is.
I think Pyramid Fairy is going to come in clutch with both the Ice Rod and Bombos. Who's with me?
Yeah. Oh, Leyra, you freaking Mire.
Dude, man, look at all those stars in chat. That is a pretty good question, Malachris. I didn't realize he had the hammer, the shovel at that point. So,
The what?
I wasn't paying too much attention. Later, remembering he has the Aghanim warp up here, saving himself some time.
Nice. I honestly forgot they did Aghanim, and now I do. Because Lyra had that ridiculous Aghanim start. Shovel was
Yeah,
like catfish.
Yes, catfish. All right, Pyramid Fairy. There's one. Aww. But Lyra found the
You
ice
got
rod.
the ice rod. Whoop whoop.
And that is big. So I'm pretty sure Bombos literally has to be in Spike Cave. I don't think there's anywhere else. So Mageius here pulling out some double hook strats with the Master Sword. It can be tricky at times.
We found bow and ice again, is that right?
Yes.
Wow, what a seed. Honestly, like this has been a nice full clear.
Also, I take it back. Bombos does not have to be here, but what's here has to lead to Bombos.
To Bombos, yeah. It could be like Shroom, which would be funny and mean. Like funny. I mean, you just gotta laugh at Randomizer sometimes. Sometimes it's logic, like you just can't take it personally.
Meiji is happy to have that half magic, but unhappy that that's the only thing he found in here.
There's Bombos.
And there it is.
Lyra is now in. Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lyra can now finish the game without having to check anything else.
Wow! I'm so proud of you.
There's a word for that.
Yeah, I don't.
For that.
It's a word. I think I've heard it before, but I don't.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's really nice I can finish the game now. Oh, like there's that term where like you can just clear out bosses, don't have to check all the dungeons, but really he has no more dungeons to do. So what is that called?
I don't know, but people in chat are talking about some strategy game called Go.
Whoa, wow. Is there a green button involved?
I don't believe there's any green buttons in the board game Go.
Oh, dang. I just
black and white.
Just black and white.
So Mageius is taking his first dip in the Palace of Darkness here.
Yeah. Which...
Still no bow, so he won't be getting that sword this trip through unless he knows how to do that slick potion trick.
Right, and yeah, so he'll have to unfortunately double dip. It looks like he did get a key here. But I believe there's nothing in the back in the Dark Maze. Randomizer, please. Are there hints to figure out the order of the pegs on this on Total Rock, or do you just try it until you get it? It is the same thing every single time. It is counterclockwise direction, right, up, left. Every time, like it is in the vanilla game. There has, I think, been once a suggestion to make the pegs randomized, but I think that's just cruel and unusual punishment, honestly. I think that's just a little extra.
There was a Plandomizer that Super Scutch made where he altered some of those values via ROM hacking, and other than that, that's the only time I've ever seen those randomized. Personally, I prefer Stan from South Park.
What?
If we're standomizing, I prefer Stan from South Park.
Can we not? Can we not talk about Randomizer?
Yeah, Lyra making quick work of Turtle Rock so far.
I mean, really, at this point, all he's gonna find in Ganon's Tower is the shroom and a bunch of keys and probably a bunch of 20s.
Maybe Ether?
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing that we know the location of that has not been collected is the Mire shield.
See, I think... No, I think No, you're right. But I think it's gonna be a good old... Ether is gonna be at the witch. Lyra making a good call there to go to the Vanilla Big Key chest to get the Vanilla Big Key. Sometimes it's not always there. Sometimes it's just an item. Sometimes you just have to steal the key. But turns out that this time it was required to go there to get the big key. Mageius leaving pod now. See where he goes next to attempt to find the bow. I believe it's his next item that he really needs.
Looks like we're going to Ice Tower.
And we're going to ice. And so, Andy, how can we help you with your yawning problem?
No, 9:45 p.m. coffee sounds great.
You know, I mean, if you want to stop and I'll go get coffee, I mean, I can hold down the fort here if you really want to.
Dude, have we been holding down a fort this whole time?
Yeah, man, I've been sitting here. I mean, I just thought you were.
I apologize. I have not been holding my corner fort down.
Yeah, you're one corner. I have 3 corners.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
that's how big the fort is, by the way. It doesn't say much for me, but you know. Lyra going to laser skip bridge. Let's see how well he does. Ooh.
And we got a key.
He is out of there. He's like, all right, one done, baby.
Lyra opting to skip the big chest there was a tad bit risky. It was a 20% chance that Lyra was going to have to double back. But 80% came through this time. Mageius making his way through ice. He's going to have to hit up that right side to get the big key, to get the bow. Lyra with the quick work of the first 2 Trinex heads. Kelsey, do you know why they call Trinex Trinex?
I mean, I assume it's because Tri has a... I'm not actually sure what the origin is of Tri, if it is like Latin or Greek, but knowing that it means 3, and probably taking its...
Can you believe they named him after Trinex? Or Trihex, I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Trihex is named after Trinex. No way, dude. But you know, maybe it's just a play on words, but also it just might be that he has 3 necks and 3 heads. He reps Trihex. You're right.
Mageius took an unfortunate dip in the pit, trying to bonk over it. Unfortunately, you cannot bonk over fire bars, so...
No. Well, yeah, right. I was thinking about rollers. Those are not made of fire.
They are not. Although orange like fire.
Yes, they are the same color. You know, it's the same thing with like
It's a pretty easy thing to mistake sometimes.
The Mire bomb problem I talked about at the beginning of the seed here, it's the same thing.
All right, chat. Pick a number between 3 and 22 because we already checked 2 chests. How many locations will Leyra have to check before finding the big key? He needs the big key and at least 1 small key to go upstairs and finish off this randomizer seed.
They're just
also opting to go right side first.
Yeah, right side. Shoutouts to the right side, dude. I have not had a big key there in a long time, and I hope, you know, maybe I'm actually proven wrong for once.
I did yesterday, and I was pretty sad.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh no, I lost 2 minutes.
Chest number 20. It's a good feeling.
Yo.
There's 3, 4, 5.
Hey, it's left side.
That's where I chomp my Tootsie Pop.
I can't.
Takes me a couple more licks than normal, unfortunately. I might have aged myself a little bit. I don't know if they have commercials anymore.
No, I got the reference. If that makes you feel better.
Exactly. Swoop against it.
Leyra's having to go a little further into G Tower than he was probably hoping.
Dude,
Nice.
Leyra not knowing that there's just pits all over the place in this room.
Hopefully he knows how to use that hook shot.
Yo, the chest that Kelsey never checks.
What the heck? I actually do check it, and I just am disappointed every time because the only time I've ever seen the big key there is when I'm not playing this game. Just like legitimately every single time. I have 100% never gotten the big key there.
So that was 12 or 11. There's 2, 6. Torch is 7.
10, 11. Okay, 12, because it's with torch. With the torch is 12.
Sorry, my counting rules are different because I always count the torch.
No, I was counting the torch too. I forgot it. Okay, like
No, I mean speed gaming doesn't count the torch unless they get it.
What? Excuse me, speed gaming. Can we talk? I mean, not you and me.
I feel like
so maybe we could talk.
I feel like if you see the torch item, it should count as an item.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that spike dash.
That was a nice exit by Leyra.
All right, Mageius about to get the bow here. Nice! And he's still going. Instead of leaving Ice Palace, he's going to, looks like, finish Ice Palace.
Lyra's gauntlet being pretty slick.
It's good. It's looking good.
So at least Mageius having this half magic for Cold Stare. Without the tempered sword,
Oh yeah.
this fight can be a little tricky. Although he's got a good bit of health. He's got red mail.
Mm-hmm. I think he probably has a fairy.
2 down, 1 to go. And there it
Cold
is.
Stare. Let's see what Cold Stare drops. And it's just the map. And the blue pendant.
Ask Kelsey about half magic in Ice Palace.
So, I know you're not really supposed to share personal anecdotes while we're commentating, but as we're just watching here. So today I was doing a speed run, a run of a randomizer, and I was having a tough time in Ice Palace, which was my last dungeon before I went up to Ganon's Tower, and I died about 4 times, mainly because I ran out of magic a couple times, and then I've happened to like be running around looking for like full magic refill, and I like open a couple more chests, got the big chest, and then like the last time as I'm going to Cold Stare, I'm like, you know what? I got the big key in one of these chests. So I go and open the big chest, and lo and behold, there's half magic looking at me like, you idiot. I was here the whole time, waiting for you to use me so you could beat Cold Stare 3 times ago. You suck. So yeah, that's my story. That's why my my randomizer today took over 2 hours. Also, Master Sword, Ganon. So yeah. So Mageius pulling the pedestal here, only unfortunately gonna get couch cash.
He never checked it before, so he did not know what it was. Probably a little disheartened to find that it wasn't the Ice Rod or Bombos. So, looks like Mageius maybe going back into pod with his bow to finish it up.
Yep, and he will get the book, he'll get tempered, if he goes right side.
He'll be living large.
I hope he goes right side. Really, for his sake, I really do hope he goes right side, so he will have an easier time of this game with the tempered sword.
I can't see him not going right side, considering there's still 3 items left in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, and he still needs the Ice Rod and ETH Bombos.
Oh, all right. Who needs right side? Lyra gonna make quick work of these first 2 Ganon phases. With Butter Sword, it only takes 6 hits.
Yep, he's already making his way through second phase. Already done with second phase.
Lyra taking a fire bat to the face.
Yikes.
Should be able to get 2 hits here. Just 2 more.
Nice work, Lyra.
Alrighty. fairly clean fight from Leyra.
A nice sub-2 time.
Yep.
Leyra getting an
Finishing up.
official SRTV time of 1 hour 55 seconds. Sorry, 55 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad.
Sweet baby
For-
Jesus!
GG.
That was unbelievably
He
rare.
Oh, dude, Leyra. Yo, restreamer, can we
Sweet
switch?
baby Jesus.
Yo, restreamer, can we switch audio to Mageius? And we'll get
There we
Leyra in
go.
here for an interview. Yo, Zebra, also congratulations for your win. That was pretty good.
I'm excited to lead off our interview with Sweet Baby Jesus. That was weird, wasn't it, Leyra?
Be sure to follow our runners that race here tonight, Leyra and Mageius. Mageius who's still going. But let's see if we can pull in Leyra for this cool, sweet interview. Oh yeah, we will ask about
big
Bonnie
shout
Boy.
outs to our tracker Cursed Aether and our restreamer Iceman. Thank you, thank you.
See if I can message Leyra real quick.
I posted in the race channel.
Wow, look at you using SRTV in a cool way.
Mageius wrapping up his Helmasaur fight, getting his Tempered Sword.
Actually looking like Mageius. Did he look at the race
It's like
channel?
Mageius has decided to forfeit.
Yeah. Mageius has forfeited at
The
I don't know what time.
hour 56 and a half-ish mark. Saying that it's not worth finishing since it's Swiss.
I mean, fair decision on your part. Let's see if we can get the runners in here.
Well, while you figure that out, let me take a look and see what we have going on for the rest of the evening. So tonight we got a ton of matches. Doesn't look like any are scheduled to be on here right after this. We do have a couple 10 o'clock races on Speed Gaming 4 and 5. I can do that, yes.
Yo, LeyraGG.
That was
Welcome.
something.
Sweet
How was
baby
the 100?
Jesus. That was
Sweet
weird,
baby
wasn't it?
Jesus.
Okay, did you guys like my new YouTube tutorial for how to visit every item location in the game?
Yeah, man, we loved that 100% seed. That was great.
Complete with checkerboard, lantern, aghanim. That was nice.
Hey, our main question is, so please tell us about these new blind strats that you have regarding bombs.
Did that actually hit blind? I didn't even...
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
actually
did.
can. Yes, it can, and it did. And we were like scratching our heads over here, like, "Yo, did that just? Was that intentional? Like, what just happened?"
That was 100% unintentional. I don't remember what I was trying to do, but it certainly wasn't bomb blind.
Good, good, good. So, how are you feeling?
Exhausted. That was brutal.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that
that
was a tough
seed
seed.
was
You cleared it in under 2, which is very great routing on your part.
Yeah, it was... I felt like I was shaky here and there, but when I realized that I was gonna full clear the game at 155, I was like, hey, that's not bad. Like, that's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. With with full clear swamp that had nothing. And
That's where I started getting nervous. I was like, ooh, I could be in trouble as soon as I did that. And
Yeah. And I would say like you really took off when well, unfortunately, Mageius, he did not get the boots on his first visit to Eastern Death Mountain, and because he failed the bomb jump. And so he was running around looking for the Moon Pearl for a while, which, as we know, was like, okay, well, it's going to be on Pyramid at some point. So he, unfortunately, took a little longer trying to find that Moon Pearl and the boots. So.
And welcome, Mageius.
Welcome, Mageius.
Yo, GG's, dude. That was something else, that seed.
I see the light, but no voice is coming out.
While he's getting that sorted out. I don't think I've ever spent so long in the light world in a seed in my life. I think I got out of light world at like 41 minutes or something like that. It was 40 plus. It was like I full cleared light world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It was like some things were super early. Like I mean, there was a few things that were like, wow, I can't believe this is only happening 17 something minutes in. But then, you know, getting the Moon Pearl just took so long.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Stupid mistake. Had my mute button on.
GG's, Mageius.
Yeah, GG, dude.
Thanks. This seed was horrible. At least the chat got to enjoy me pulling the pedestal.
Yeah, we did see that. That was a pretty tough call for you since you didn't have the book to see what was gonna happening there. But yeah, we did get to see the pedestal pull.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I was all excited that I did the bottle trick to get the book early, and then it did absolutely nothing for me. That was exciting.
Yeah.
I at least attempted the bomb jump.
Probably the most interesting thing out of this race was Mageius going into Ice Palace without the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, if I hadn't
that
gotten
was-
bunny beamed, I would have actually found the boat earlier.
Yeah, that was actually kind of good. Well, it would have been hammerlock.
The bow was still hammerlocked, so it would have been a fruitless trip. But we were hoping it was something. Yeah, Big T was behind the hammer chest upstairs.
Yeah, the saddest thing is the fact of getting bunny beamed and then basically not being able to get it out because I was still in the bunny form.
Yeah, we were real excited to see what super early Ice Palace was going to give you, but the bunny beam was unfortunate.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, no one really gets to show it off nowadays.
Yeah, that is very true. You let us to talk about the old minor glitches logic a little bit there about bunny beams and, you know, doing super bunny and all that stuff where you could find the Moon Pearl way back when. But yeah, absolutely something that's super uncommon to see. We enjoyed seeing that for sure.
So, Leyra, I have one question for you.
What's that?
After getting Moon Pearl on Pyramid, why not go up to Darkwood Death Mountain?
Actually, when I got onto the pyramid, I thought, oh, I either have North Route or Pod, and I forgot that I had Death Mountain access immediately, and I got to like Graveyard Ledge before I realized it, and I was like, I'm committed to this whole loop at this point, so I legitimately just forgot and said, well, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Well, it ended up being basically nothing, so it didn't end up doing too many bad things.
Yeah, it was.
What wasn't Hookshot Cave? I never checked it.
Nothing.
I think.
It was absolutely nothing, yeah.
The only thing I remember from Darkwood Death Mountain was 2 big 20s in the Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah. I actually did that as the bunny.
Yeah, I think Bombos was the only thing on Dark World Death Mountain, which was
Yeah.
my last item.
Yeah, so Mageius Ice Rod was in Pyramid Fairy, and Bombos was in Spike Cave.
Wow, I would have actually gotten that right soon, and that one I was thinking about Spike Cave as well, but live and learn on that one.
Yo, I got really scared when I finished Eastern and then remembered I had the shovel. I was like, did I just not dig up a crucial item for the last 30 minutes? But
Right, right.
I think we've all had that. I know for me, I just haven't had a chance to practice lately thanks to the NMG tournament and just doing that, so it took me like first half an hour to get out of at least somewhat of an NMG mindset. And, forgetting that I had the boots partway through.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get those boots and you just don't realize you have them for a while. I will say we were both surprised that both of you guys did not dip into Thieves Town immediately, since it did have the hammer. I guess maybe it was just the fear of having to go into Thieves Town without the hammer. But yeah, unfortunately, it was just kind of there the whole time,
yeah, I almost never go into Thieves Town without the hammer. If it's pendant, I'll do the front four and leave, but I just try not to go in without the hammer because I don't know, wasted 45 minutes in races because of that. The crucial item being in big chest. Obviously, I got burned this time, but
It's not like for me, I would do it. It's just, I had the fire rod, I had a sword. I'm going to go kill Malfula since it's a crystal.
Right. And also, we got to see, on Leyra's side, we also got to see him utilize the potion glitch to help you access pod right side without the bow, and that actually ended up getting him Tempered Sword and the book. So he was actually able to do a lot of the seed with the Tempered Sword, and that I think really helped him out a good bit.
yeah,
I think that master.
Yeah, I think that actually paid off, as silly as it was. Oh, by the way, did you guys see my first one fail? Do you know why it didn't work?
You weren't walking with the potion when you drank it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to be moving left. I think that's what Andy noted.
I think you stopped, and then you must have hit potion right before hitting left.
Yeah,
because I don't think you were moving. You might have. I don't think being that far left in the room really does anything. So I'm pretty sure it was just you not moving.
Yeah, I went to the right and then got ready to move left, and I must have hit the potion before I started moving. I was glad.
Well, you had another one. So
yes.
Okay.
At least the nice thing is that this, would have probably been great for clips to show, all the actual, old school minor glitches that can be used in the randomizer.
Seriously, it's quite the adventure.
Yeah, it gave us a bunch of fun stuff to talk about that we don't normally talk about.
Oh, hey, at least we got to entertain a crowd. Don't you agree, man?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys streaming and commentating and all that good stuff. I enjoyed that a lot. It was tough but fun.
Yep. Be sure to follow the runners. Be sure to follow the tracker as well.
Tracker and
Thanks to everyone
VStreamer.
making this all happen. But I don't think I have anything else to ask.
Yeah, I think I guess moving forward in the tournament, it's gonna be more Swiss for a long time. Are you guys having any hopes for this tournament? Anything you're looking forward to?
I just want to draw Andy next match, obviously. He can't handle my bomb blind strats.
Hell yeah.
Let's just put it this way. As someone who has lost to him, good luck!
So like I said earlier, we got 2 races on the Speed Gaming family of channels. Duke Firebird versus Captain Tennille on Speed Gaming 4 just started. And Taj So versus Manuel 1907 on Speed Gaming 5.
Okay, I gotta go watch the Duke Firebird race because I, a decent friend of his, at least from my days of commentary, so I want to hope he wins.
Yeah, I think that'll be it from us here for now. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.
We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much.
Bye, everyone.